Right.
Do you not understand why people are really worried about this?
No, of course I understand it. I'm an American, too. I come from the same bloodline of those folks who are very much concerned about this program. But I probably know a little bit more about the program, a little bit more about the people who are conducting the program. And at least I'm taking the time, Jake, to look at how the program is overseen. Now, I get it. Our Constitution was designed to prevent the abuse of power. And so you set up three competing branches of government, which frankly leads to gridlock every now and again, as we've recently seen. But the idea was you create these natural tensions within the federal government to prevent these kinds of abuses. In this case, you have two successive presidents, the two chambers of Congress, and the American court system all aware of the program and all, through our political processes, agreeing with the program.
Richard Clark, the former national coordinator for security and counterterrorism in the Bush White House, wrote an op-ed in the New York Daily News today, and he wrote, quote, "The law under which President George W. Bush and now President Obama have acted was not intended to give the government records of all telephone calls. If that had been the intent, the law would have said that it didn't. Rather, the law envisioned the administration coming to a special court on a case-by-case basis to explain why it needed to have specific records." So he is saying that these programs go beyond the intent of the law.
Yeah, and a bipartisan majority in both houses of Congress apparently disagree with Richard because they have authorized this program and continued to authorize this program. And frankly, the Obama administration was more transparent about this effort than we were in the Bush administration. I mean, they made this metadata collection activity available to all the members of Congress, not just all the members of the intelligence committees.
Last question for you, and as a former Bush administration official, do you ever find it odd, given how quiet the Obama administration has been in defending these programs? We had Clapper gave one interview and then disappeared. Obama spoke once and then disappeared. Meanwhile, all these Republicans, Republican chairman in the House key committees,
right.
Peter King, Mike Rogers, former Bush administration officials, you guys are the ones coming forward defending these programs after listening to President Obama and before that Senator Obama say some not so nice things about these surveillance programs. How does that feel?
Yeah. There was a concern, all right? There was a concern among us in the Bush administration. We felt comfortable with these programs. Jake, we thought they were necessary. We believed that they were lawful, they were appropriate, and they were effective. And there was great concern on our part that the way candidate Obama had spoken, that some of these programs would be stopped. The fact of the matter is, most of them have not. Some of them have been expanded. That's actually really good news. That's not something we in the former administration need to spike the football about and say, I told you so. We should just take kind of sense of satisfaction that what we were doing, once candidate Obama became President Obama, he saw that these were of great value and, frankly, were being very carefully done. The shorthand version about this, Jake, is national security looks a little different from the Oval Office than it does from a hotel room in Iowa.